Good closing down though in midfield by Clyde. This is Gascoigne attacking Gillis. Well, John Hillcoat will feel better for that. Not a difficult save, but he'll be happy to have taken it so cleanly from Gascoigne.
It's an indication of Gascoigne's ability to go past player. He goes past player there and take the strike straight to the
Lining it up. There's Gascoigne. Scrambled away by Hillcoat. The keeper did just enough there to fingertip that onto the post.
It certainly caught him full stretch. I don't think there was a great deal of power in the free kick, but nevertheless the goalkeeper once again has done his job positively. But
there's Nicholas. Got off well by Petric. Angus trying to bring that down for the shot at goal. He did well in the end. Clyde serving notice once again. Well, Ian Angus, who scored in that 1991 Cup final for Motherwell against Dundee United, trying again.
It's a nice little bit of build-up by Clyde initially.
Petric being marked by Thompson inside the area. McLaren. Splendid header, straight down the throat of Hillcoat though. No wonder the goalkeeper's relieved.
It's a well-worked corner. You know, McLaren drifts off a marker there, but once again the goalkeeper's right in the spot.
Moore and Petric together, closing in on Anand. Now Gascoigne has Robertson free on the left. Time the pass just a little bit late, and it's a free kick to Clyde. The header doesn't count from Van Vossen. Gascoigne delayed that a fraction too long.
Tremendous run by Gascoigne, but there you see it, just marginally offside. There's not a lot in it, but perhaps good defending because the Clyde players just seem to come out there.
Far post ball, comfortably won and cleared off the line by McLaren. That's Gillis with his shot. Chance now for Ferguson. Closed down by Van Vossen. Thompson is still forward. Challenge there for Gordon, the big keeper from Eddie Anand, and the young striker penalised there for his challenge on Andy Gordon. So it's unruffled.
But this is a very close thing. A well-worked free kick away at the back post, eliminates all the defenders. Good blocking work there, but initial one, the header.
Only as far as Ian Ferguson leaves it to McCall. Good turn by Miller. Again, very carefully watched by Hillcoat into the side netting. He seems to have very good awareness of his goal, Hillcoat. Gets his angles sorted out.
The early touches have helped him, but what a lovely turn with Charlie Miller there. And you know, while the goalkeeper knows it's going away,
Gascoigne sets that up for Ferguson. Good scarce, they've been closer. Clyde have survived again. But they will be content to keep Rangers at long range.
They've done that quite successfully. They've kept him on the outside the box, but good shot from Ferguson, but not all that far past.
But against the wind, but for Clyde it would certainly give them some extra chance for relief when they make long clearances. There's Van Vossen. And Charlie Miller waiting for that to come off the bar. Van Vossen still can't get his first Rangers goal.
It's a lovely ball into the area there, and the goalkeeper's just maybe a little bit hesitant coming out, and Van Vossen does well to direct on target, but
shown outside by Knox this time. Good ball in, and Gascoigne with a header.
Once again, Laudrup shows us this exceptional ability of his to get past defenders and whip those beautiful balls into the middle. I really think Paul Gascoigne might be a little bit disappointed he didn't hit the target there, because it really was a beautiful ball in from Laudrup.
Retaining possession very well indeed. Nicholas appears on the right. A great header, a goal for Clyde! Ian Angus! And that was a classic! Started deep inside the Clyde half. And Ian Angus, who scored the Cup final of 1991 for Motherwell, scores against Rangers.
It was a beautifully worked ball, and Tommy Harrison fed it out to Charlie Nicholas, but look at the quality of that ball right in there, and Ian Angus, never any danger of what he was going to do with it, but the quality of the pass from Nicholas. The cross was perfect, and so was a header from Ian Angus. Magnificent. Well, Rangers have got it all to do now. It'll be interesting to see how they respond to this particular predicament.
Again, because they'll be desperate to hold on to this lead for the next 5 or 10 minutes. This is when they can be very vulnerable. In fact, there's Petric. The block was made by Hillcoat. And that might well be a crucial save in the match by John Hillcoat. Waited so long to get a real chance in the game. 2 excellent stops there.
Again, it's a marvellous cross in from the right-hand side there, and Gordon Petric puts the ball right in the bottom corner there, but certainly they've had enough crosses into that middle, and it's maybe just one way of the Walters thinking of getting something back.
There's Moore, there's chances on this time, it's Charlie Miller! The equaliser for Rangers. Craig Moore's intrusion on the right-hand side made all the difference.
They've had lots of play like that, but there's a little bit of luck just when you need it. And Charlie Miller coming from a more natural position. He's coming from behind the play. He's not up in front of it there, and he comes in and finishes well. And really, when you think of the chances that Rangers have had, it's perhaps they're entitled to think they score here, but dealt with it very well from that position. And he looks much more comfortable, because that was a real chance, beautifully carved out, and the goalkeeper did so well.
Graham Watson did well there, stood up to Laudrup, turned that away for the corner.
There's Laudrup, fights for the possession. It shows how much this game is to them, and he knows exactly what he wants. He hasn't put a risky ball in the middle there. He's looked up, he sent one in.
Petric picking out McCall. A little bit of ease about the Rangers play now that they're back in business. That's Van Bossen away from 2 tackles. And it's the goal scored by Charlie Miller. Great play by Peter Van Bossen. Could so easily have been a penalty kick twice on Van Bossen, but he stood up so well, and Miller puts Rangers ahead.
He does tremendously well here. We could have gone down there, but he knows exactly what he's after. He throws it in hard into Charlie Miller. He knows that Charlie Miller's there, and once again coming from that deeper position. But that might well have been a penalty kick, but he does so well there, and so does Charlie Miller. He times that run well. But all credit to Rangers that responded very positively to the challenge that Clyde presented.
Well, Charlie Miller did so well indeed as he came to the near post at pace. Chance on now in the counter-attack for Rangers, led by Gascoigne. Laudrup to his right, this could tie it up for Rangers. Van Bossen, he was onside, it counts. His first goal in Rangers colours, and sure now, the tie is won. Well, the referee, a close look at the linesman here.
I think the referee and the linesman are both right. And all credit to Van Bossen, he held himself behind that. But again, credit to Laudrup, because he was unselfish. He knew this was an important moment for them and just laid it across the goals for an easy opener for Van Bossen's goal account. But it was a good break by to get a result. And they have at times have played so magnificently to get that result. But all credit to
here's Gascoigne. That's number 4. Gascoigne's 11th goal of the season. He takes it calmly.
The quality of the pass and the time of the run are brilliant, and so is Gascoigne's finish. Magnificent. Knew exactly what he wanted, but look at that ball through. Good run by Gascoigne. He's made several of those runs. Never got the delivered pass, but there you are, he doesn't miss those beautifully. But it's a shame to Clyde, but all credit to Rangers as well, because they played